Hello, family. This is Omar coming in live from my underground bunker in some undisclosed location. And thank you once again for joining me on another episode of my podcast. What is going on with people? People's been drinking that juice, that Kool-Aid. CNBC host Jim Cramer, I think he lost it. I really do think he lost it. He is suggesting that the military should take care of the mandated vaccines. And if you were to refuse, you will be arrested. In other words, he is suggesting martial law. Well, when we come back, let's see exactly what Mr. Jim Cramer from CNBC is suggesting we do. Don't touch that dial. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back.
Thank you very much for listening to Omar Oropesa's podcast. Don't forget to follow him on social media, listen to his music on digital platforms, and watch his videos on YouTube. Visit the website omaroropesa.org to stay up to date with the latest information.
With the new Omicron variant sweeping the globe, how do we finally put an end to this pandemic? How do we save lives and get business back to normal so everybody can put dinner on the table? Simple. The federal government needs to require vaccines, including booster shots, for everyone in America. Nobody wants to be the bad guy. So we've allowed a pastiche of uncoordinated health organizations to dictate an on-again, off-again series of measures that mostly just leave us baffled and confused. Nobody with any power is saying the frontline workers need to be vaccinated. It's just plain wrong. And most of us are sick of it, even as a vocal anti-vax minority is always grabbing the mic. Some of us are old enough to remember when we were told we had to get a needle stuck into our arms because of some disease that was so scary we were afraid to talk about it. The disease was called polio. Back then, anyone who refused to get vaccinated would get ratted out immediately because we knew that person could hurt other people. The commonweal was a commonweal. Now we're engaged in a similar struggle with COVID, and Eisenhower would be aghast. We have immunocompromised people who are incubators for every variant to come, walking around lawfully unvaccinated? That's psychotic. We have governors who want to be president by grandstanding on a foolish states' right issue, the right to get sick and get other people sick. So it's time to admit that we have to go to war against COVID. Require vaccination universally. Have the military run it. If you don't want to get vaccinated, you better be ready to prove your conscientious objector status in court. And even then, you need to help in the war effort by staying home until we finally beat this thing. Until the federal government gets serious and starts requiring vaccinations nationwide, you better get used to more COVID variant freakouts like we had last Friday. And I got attacked last night pretty heavily because I said people should be vaccinated. Not unlike when I got the polio jab, okay? Which, by the way, I didn't want polio, and I didn't want to give anybody polio. Whatever, we didn't even know what polio was, but we didn't want to get it. And I am getting crucified because I said I thought that what General Eisenhower did was right, which is make us vaccinated. How is this wrong, Dr. Topol? How was that wrong?
All adults, and soon older teens, all should have a third shot. This is a 3-shot vaccine. You know, we knew that from the beginning.
If you like this podcast, you can support it by sharing it and donating just by clicking on the link in the description. It would be deeply appreciated and a blessing.